Today's lectionary choices are very difficult for me to ascertain what I can learn. Job begins the trio of readings with the information that in God's willingness for Job to be tested by Satan, his children are caught up in a windstorm while at a family gathering, and all perish. To paraphrase, when Satan comes into God's presence, God asks him, "Where have you been?" Satan answers, "Oh, just around, here and there." In my mind, I picture him eyeing the room, switching from one foot to the other while saying this, maybe with a flick of the wrist. God is so proud of Job and asks Satan, "I'm sure you noticed my faithful devotee, who even sacrifices for his children lest they sin against me." Satan answers, "Well, sure, he only loves you for what you do for him. But I'll betcha that if you take away everything, he will curse you and die." God must have rued the day he bragged about Job. At least in my finite mind it sounds like he bragged. In all of the destruction that ensued toward Job, he was still able to confess the name of the Lord be praised. Psalm 17 is the cry of a petitioner for God to hear his plea. He sees evil all around. His enemies want to destroy him, and now they surround him with ravenous appetites for violence. He declares his innocence and reminds the Lord that those who take refuge in him are saved. Luke reminds us that we are to be watchful because things are about to happen. Same advice 2,000 years ago. God wants us to escape and be able to stand before the Son of Man. The next passage in Luke is when Judas betrays Jesus. So now I'm sitting here wondering how I can apply these passages to my waiting life. I think Matthew chapter 6 verse 34 says it best. Each day's problems are sufficient for itself. Again, a paraphrase. Another version, also paraphrased, says, "Each day's evil is enough for today." What do we do with that knowledge? From years of Christian teaching, I would assume it means live in this moment. The past cannot be changed. The future only adds to the problems and evils. Idols of anything cannot save us. Trust in the Lord of mercy and compassion and forgiveness. Maybe he can't save our body, but he certainly is able to save our life.